to Spiritual Calisthenics. Christ is in our midst. Today on Tuesday, April 9th, we celebrate the holy martyr Eupsychius of Caesarea, Saint Raphael, Nicholas, and Irene of Mytilene, Saint Vadim the righteous of Persia. Regarding Saint Eupsychius the martyr, this holy martyr was from the parts of Cappadocia and lived a blameless life with his wife. During the reign of Julian the Apostate, this blessed one was filled with divine zeal, and with other Christians destroyed the pagan temple dedicated to Fortune. Because of this, he received the crown of martyrdom by beheading in the year 362. Your martyr, O Lord, in his courageous contest for you, receives as the prize the crowns of incorruption and life from you, our immortal God. For since he possessed your strength, he cast down the tyrants, and wholly destroyed the demon's strengthless presumption. O Christ God, by his prayers, save our souls, since you art merciful. Regarding Saints Raphael, Nicholas, and Irene, and the other newly revealed martyrs of Lesbos. On the island of Mytilene, Lesbos in ancient times, near the village of Thermi, the villagers had a custom of ascending a certain hill on this day to celebrate the divine liturgy in the ruins of a small chapel, although no one knew whence this tradition had sprang, that being on Bright Tuesday, the Tuesday after Pascha. In the year 1959, certain villagers began seeing persons who spoke to them, first in dreams, then awake, both by day and by night. Through these wondrous appearances, which were given to many people independently, the holy martyrs Raphael, archimandrite of the ancient monastery, and Nicholas, his deacon, together with other saints who had been martyred on the island, told the villagers the whole account of their martyrdom, which had taken place at the hand of the Muslim Turks 10 years after the fall of Constantinople in 1463. The 12-year-old Irene had been tortured, then burned alive in a large earthenware jar in the presence of her parents. On Tuesday Renewal Week, that is Bright Week, Saint Raphael had been tied to a tree and his head sawn off through his jaws. Saint Nicholas had died at the sight of this. Although the feast is celebrated today because it is the day of their martyrdom, through the appearances of the saints as living persons 500 years after their martyrdom, it is also a singular testimony to the resurrection of Christ. While their feast takes place on April 9th, it is commemorated always on Bright Tuesday. On Lesbos you strove in contest for the sake of Christ God. You also have hallowed her with the discovery of your relics, O blessed ones. O God-bearer Raphael, with you we all honor Nicholas the deacon and Irene the chaste virgin as our divine protectors, who now intercede with the Lord. You shone on the world like stars, first as ascetics, then as athletes slain for Christ, and were translated to the heights to the great torments that you endured, and them that praise you and keep and protect, O saints.
The prophecies of Isaiah, continuing with 25. In this we see our Lord and God compared to a city, to a fortress that defends those that have refuge in him. Continuing with Genesis. Then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, Behold, I establish my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, as many as came out of the ark. I establish my covenant with you, that never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you. For all the future generations I set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. So this is the rainbow that we're talking about. When I bring clouds over the earth, and the bow is seen in the clouds, I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. When the bow is in the clouds, I will look upon it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature and all flesh that is upon the earth. God said to Noah, This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. So every time you see a rainbow in the sky, remember that it is God's promise to us that he will not again destroy the earth. Now, of course, one has to wonder how that came to be, because obviously a rainbow is created by the prisms within water as light shines through it, and all of the colors of that. One has to wonder, did that not exist prior to this moment? Did God make light now refract in that way? I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but it remains to us that this is a sign of that promise, that God will not again destroy the earth in this way. Again, closing out with Proverbs. A man is commended according to his good sense, but one of perverse mind is despised. Better is a man of humble standing who works for himself than one who plays the great man but lacks bread. A righteous man has regard for the life of his beast, but the mercy of the wicked is cruel. He who tills his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits has no sense. The strong tower of the wicked comes to ruin, but the root of the righteous stands firm. An evil man is ensnared by the transgressions of his lips, but the righteous escapes from trouble. From the fruit of his words a man is satisfied with good, and the works of a man's hand come back to him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. The vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent man ignores an insult. He who speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness is utter deceit. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan good have joy. No ill befalls the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. I hope that you've enjoyed today's Spiritual Calisthenics. Have a blessed and wonderful day.